What's up, everybody? We're back here on Dodson logging today, and what we're going to do today is we're going to finish up this row, I think, of trees. I may cut down just a few more too, but I'm kind of getting a little bored with this plantation area. So today, like I said, we're going to cut down a few more trees, and then we'll get them skidded up and processed, and then we won't cut anymore. In fact, whenever I get finished cutting here in a minute, I'm going to drive the fellow buncher back up to the landing, and then we'll get it loaded up on a lowboy and figure out where to go next. Let's see if I can see it good. I know there's mixed forest. Let's see. You know what? I don't think I've cut over by landing number 1 yet. I might go to 1, or I might go back to 4. I think I had a little logging operation there at number 4 for a little bit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're not quite there. Like I said, I still got a few more trees to cut, and then we'll get the fellow buncher loaded up, and we'll truck it somewhere. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. Got some work done on my office bookcases, or bookcase I'm building. It's a big built-in with some cabinets at the bottom and shelves at the top. And worked out in my shop a little bit. When I bought this house, there was a little shop out back that they were just using, I guess, for storage, because it wasn't really set up the way I wanted it to be. Because it had it's like a, I don't know, I haven't really measured it too close, but I'd say it's probably like a 10 by 20 or 12 by 24 or something like that. It's kind of a rectangular shaped little shop. It's got 2 doors, one on each side, and I'm gonna turn it into a little woodworking shop. It's not really big. I mean, I'll probably barely just have room to fit all my equipment in there, my tools and stuff. But I worked out there a little bit, trying to get some things cleared out. And they had like I said, they had it divided into 2 rooms, and I'm knocking that center wall out. Got another piece of plywood off of there yesterday, and a few things sorted through because they left a bunch of stuff in there. Because the folks I bought it from, it was their grandparents' house, I believe, and they lived in it for a while, and then you know, when you live in a place for a real long time, you just accumulate a lot of stuff, and if you don't throw it away, then it just gets, you know, left in a drawer somewhere or whatever. And that's what happened. They had a little desk out there with a bunch of stuff and some other tools laying around, and nothing of any real significance. I mean, a few little hand tools and some sockets and wrenches and things like that, but nothing really too spectacular. There is a pretty nice little vise out there I'll use for something, I'm sure, one day. But just trying to go through some of that stuff and clear it out and sort what's going to be keep and what's trash, and or sell, or, you know, something like that. But yeah, I'm trying to get some of that stuff cleared out of there, because my dad and I are going to be hooking up electricity, water, and, believe it or not, internet to the shop. I've got a big spool of Cat 5, and I was like, well, what the heck, might as well run internet out there. While we're running it, might as well do it upright. But, you know, it may come in handy if I'm working on a project and need to look up something on YouTube or whatever. I'm probably going to have either a little computer or, you know, something out there. Most likely a little computer. I'll probably just buy a little cheap one or something one of these days. That way I can have a nice monitor to look at, or hook to a TV or something like that. Or, you know, I could do a Google Chromecast. No, that operates on Wi-Fi. Never mind, that won't work. Gotta have a wired internet connection. I'll probably just do like a little cheap computer. Either one I've got laying around here, or I'll just buy a new one or something. But that's a long way off. I still got to finished clearing out the junk, and like I said, they had a little divider wall in there, and I've got all the plywood off now. I just got to clear off the shelf that's connected to it, and take the shelf down, then take the rest of the center divider out, and then the room will be pretty much open except for all the junk that's in there. And I'm in the process of clearing some of that out, and then get the electricity hooked up and get some lights put in there. I'm gonna go with some big LED fluorescent style lights, you know, the big long 4-foot fluorescent, not fluorescent, they look like fluorescent, but they're really LED. Go with those kind of lights. Those are pretty bright, so it should light up the room pretty good. And then I guess after that it's just a matter of getting insulation put in and sheetrock on the walls, and then start building some cabinets so I can store stuff and work on things. Get all my tools moved out there. That'll be nice. I'm looking forward to that, because right now I've just been working out of my garage, and it's really kind of tough because, I mean, if I don't really have, I mean, I've got a couple of workbenches, but one of them's got my planer on it, and the other one's got just a bunch of junk, and like, I have to clear off my table saw, put my miter saw on there, do some cuts. And if I need to go back to the table saw, I got to clear the miter saw off, and, you know, just all kinds of stuff. So it'd be nice to have a space for everything and not have to worry about moving things around, plugging them in, all that kind of good stuff. Because I'm on one back wall, I'm planning on building a big long cabinet, or well, it'll have cabinets, but like workbench kind of thing, big long workbench. And then I'm planning on making it a little sunk-in recessed area where I can put my miter saw, and then I'll have you know, the cabinets will be flush with the top part of the miter saw, so I can make miter cuts of well, gosh, probably close to, I don't know, at least 12 feet. You know, so if I'm working on crown molding or just a big long piece of wood, I don't have to worry about setting up some kind of sawhorses or something or other. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for this spot. And I'll tell you what, since we're so far back here, let's see if I can find where I've got, there it is. I thought I had left it over here somewhere. I'm just going to go ahead and drive the little boy back there, because this, you know, in this game there's not really any mud or anything getting hung up on, so we'll just drive back there. Get that unhooked. And let's load up the fella buncher. I think I'm going to go over to landing number 1. I know it's a mixed forest over there. There's no plantations type stuff. And the road in there is pretty cool, so that'd be kind of a challenge getting the log trucks in and out of there. So I think that's where we're going to go. So let's just go ahead and move it on over there. And we'll come back here in just a little bit and get some more trees skidded up. because the road's kind of like this. You know, it's that kind of rough forest road. I really did like the look of this road, but I tell you what, placing it with Giants Editor is a pain. You gotta get it just right, and you gotta get the terrain all level with the bottom of the road and whatever. It's not easy. In fact, you can see a few little spots where, if you look close, I didn't get it just right. I think there's one. Well, there's one right there on the right side of the truck. You can see where the terrain's not quite level. But again, Dodson logging was my first map, and I didn't didn't really fully understand what all needed to happen. And I mean, I worked a lot. In fact, Dodson logging, it actually took me like 2 or 3 attempts, because I tried using just a basic stock map, or a empty map from I downloaded off the mod site or something somewhere. And I started working on the terrain, and then I had trouble with it, and had somebody look at it, and never got back with me. And then I decided just to, well, I got permission from Beard Shot Modding to, use his map. The I think it was Three Rivers map. I think I forgot I put that in there. So I used his map and just, reworked it. Uh-oh, that's not going to go over that. Huh. Well, now we're stuck. Well, I guess we're just going to have to track it across, and maybe I can hook back up and try to get it on across, because I would like to not have to track it all the way up there. Wow, I thought I had put the fence in there all the way to the other side. I guess I didn't. Like I said, I restarted this map about 2 or 3 times before I finally got it working, and I guess I never went back and added the fence on that left-hand side there. Well, I tell you, let's just go ahead and track on back there. Maybe I'll try a different trailer or something, or a different truck. That FDR truck, the back of it's really tall, so it might help get over that train tracks. And you see this area here, there's not a lot of trees in here. What I was trying to avoid big frame rate issues with putting a ton of trees in here. And on the plantation I put a few more. But it's still nothing like the KST map. If you play that on the island over there, boy, there's a lot of trees in there. But there's another terrain issue there. Guess I should quit pointing out my errors. But oh well. I've learned a lot since making Dodson logging in the plantation, and just as soon as I get my hands on Farming Simulator 19 and Giants Editor, the new one for 19, I'm going to start working on maps and hopefully get a couple out pretty quick. It's probably going to take me about a month though to get one out. I just don't have a ton of time to work on it, and I do like to play every once in a while instead of just mods, so. Probably going to take me a minute to get a map out. Alright, so you can tell here from this little area on landing number 1 that it's sort of, it's already kind of blocked off. I mean, the map itself, the borders are on 2 sides, then you got that power line that runs through there, or pipeline, I guess I should say, that runs, that light green is the pipeline. So it's already kind of bordered off. So what I'm going to do, if I can get that to go away, is I'm just going to park this thing right here for now, but we're going to cut this whole area eventually and get everything set up in here. Let's see. There's the border right over there. So I think what I'll do is I'll just start right over here on this side and I'll cut down the border and then come back across and cut the other way. Alright, so we'll leave that right there. Let's find our truck. There it is. Yeah, I think I may have one of FDR's trucks already purchased. I'll have to look here in a minute and see. I'm just going to park it right here because the reset point's right over there. Alright, let's look at the garage. No, don't. Okay. So let's, actually, it's under forestry. Let me see if I enabled one of FDR's truck mods. Nope, sure didn't. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just have to truck it to the entrance and then drive it up to the landing. I should have put another little turn road right here, but didn't think about it. Yeah, I really got tired of putting this road down. You can see right up there I just turned it into a dirt road, which, you know, happens. It's not uncommon in Louisiana. Parish runs out of money and can't pave the rest of the road. They just make it a dirt road. Or it's been a dirt gravel road forever and just never paved. Well, I've been playing a lot of Spin Tires, Mud Runner, American Wilds. I've had a lot of fun with it. I don't know. I guess it's just the American vehicles that are in there now stock. I mean, you don't have to worry about mods and stuff. But I can't really put my finger on it. I mean, I've always enjoyed Spin Tires, but for some reason it's just a lot more fun to play now. I don't understand. Maybe it's just because I've been playing it more. I'm kind of getting into it. I don't know. Can't quite put my finger on it. Alright, let's see. There we go. Yeah, I knew I'd find it pretty quick just doing that. Alright, let's go all the way to the back and start from the back and get these trees skidded up. I don't think we have any at the landing. Well, yeah, maybe a few. We'll get those processed here in a little bit. While we're getting these trees skidded up, I want to throw out a shout out to Brandon. He's our latest Patreon supporter. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, go to, well, there's a link down in the description, but basically I think it's just Patreon/NLA Gaming or something like that. The link's in the description, like I said. And I've got just a couple of different tiers set up. I've got a $2 and a $5, and the $2 is basically just saying, hey, you know, appreciate the work you do, and I want to support you a little bit. And then the $5, now what that gets you is Patreon emailed me back a while. It's been a couple months now, but they emailed and they said, hey, you know, we saw your post on about doing a prize giveaway or something. They said that violates the terms of their agreement, so I can't do any random giveaways, prize giveaways, anything like that where it's a luck of the draw kind of thing. It's either I have to give it away to everybody or nobody. So unfortunately, I will not be doing prize giveaways over there, you know, like dual joysticks or copies of the game or anything like that. What I am going to do, though, is over here on the YouTube channel, I will be doing random giveaways, because that's allowed. But can't over on Patreon, unfortunately. Because I really was hoping that those that, you know, the Patreon supporters that have been there a while and stuff, I mean, what I was wanting to do was, once we reach 10 patrons, is start doing random, or excuse me, monthly giveaways once we reach 10, but can't do that anymore. So, oh yeah, like I was saying, okay, so the $5 Patreon supporters, what I'm doing there now is I'm gonna once I plan on, for Farming Simulator 19, I plan on doing several maps, and so what I'm gonna do is, over on the Patreon, those that are the $5 supporters, I'm gonna be doing a special either video or maybe even a live stream. I'm not sure. Maybe probably just a video to start. Basically, giving you a heads up of what's coming with the maps. Like, you know, what's it going to be called? What's it going to look like? I'll do a little tour of the map, and that'll be for the $5 patrons only. So yeah, that's kind of a way to give back. I can't really think. I mean, I don't do vehicle mods. You know, I can't. You know, like, and really, you're not even supposed to. Like, say if I worked on a map and I've got Patreon supporters, I really can't even give the map out early to the patrons. I mean, I can do quote-unquote beta testers or something, I guess, but I don't know. I hate to, you know, get in trouble with Giants or Patreon or anybody, so. But I am allowed to do the little videos, and we'll do that. And I'll try to make some post announcements too, like, you know, to the Patreon supporters only. Here's what the map's going to be. You know, maybe even get some input from the Patreon supporters. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, unfortunately, just can't do the prize giveaways on Patreon. So stay tuned for that on Facebook. I mean, well, on Facebook, yeah, but I mean on YouTube. I'm going to give away some stuff on YouTube in a while. I mean, it won't be anytime soon, because I got to get my videos monetized again, for one thing. Because, you know, money doesn't grow on trees, and I'd love to be able to give stuff away just for saying thanks to being a subscriber and supporter for a long time, but I just don't have the money to do that. So, gonna have to wait till I get to 1,000 subscribers, which brings me to my next point. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, go ahead and do that and help us out by trying to get to 1,000. The quicker we get there, the quicker I'm gonna start doing random prize giveaways. Because in case you're unaware, when I started the channel, of course, YouTube had their policies a little different than they have them now, and every video could be monetized if you met the requirements and stuff. And that is, you know, if you didn't have any copyrighted material in your in your videos. But then here about, I guess it was back in February or so, I think they changed their policy, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers and so many watch minutes per month, I think it is. I don't remember. And otherwise your videos cannot be monetized, which kind of stinks because, you know, it was some bad seeds on YouTube that ruined it for everybody, which is usually the case in anything in life. One person even could ruin it for everybody. But the advertisers did not want their advertisements being shown on those channels to where, you know, lots of vulgar stuff was going on, and I don't blame them. You know, I mean, if I was a company, I wouldn't want to be associated with that kind of stuff. And so YouTube said, all right, well, we're just going to make it to where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and so many watch minutes per whatever, and then we're going to review your channel, and if you meet all the requirements, then you'll get monetized. Alright, that completely did not go as planned. Alright, there it goes. Wow, this thing, if the tip of the tree hits anything back there, it's going to screw up your cut. And I'm probably not in the best position because it's kind of going uphill, and I'm hitting that, probably hitting that hill right there. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Well, now I've messed up and got that other tree on there. There we go. And one more piece of business. If you notice up there in the top left, I've got a little donation bar. I'm trying to get a new video card, and those things aren't particularly cheap, so I'm trying to ask for just a little bit of help out on that. And so if you have a little spare money to toss my way for a new video card, let me know. And what you can do is you can go to streamlabs.com/NLA Gaming, and you can donate via PayPal or credit card. I've got credit card set up with PayPal. So if you have either of those and you've got a little bit of money you can donate towards my new video card, just be kind enough, and I'll sure appreciate it if you'd help out just a little bit. Like I said before, if I even get 20 bucks, I think I'd be happy. So I don't have a lot of subscribers, so I don't expect a whole lot, but never know. Some people are just generous. Alright, let's try this again. Got a little bit out of position. I think that's going to be a lot better. Oh, that's just a little bit too far. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of spin tires lately. In fact, I played a good bit last night. Last night for me being Saturday. I just didn't have anything else going on, so I thought I'd hop on and play some spin tires. And what I was trying to do was get all the garages unlocked and the logs delivered and stuff, so I can get progression points, because I didn't have enough to unlock the Hummer and that forwarder, that big forwarder. I want to play with those. I got the Hummer, but I didn't get the forwarder yet. And on that Mount Logmore map, I actually unlocked all the stuff on there, so got one progression point. I was able to get the Hummer, and the Hummer is pretty cool. It'll go through some mud, that's for sure, but it does tend to get a little high centered if you go through too thick of places. But and I played a good bit last night too with that Ford semi truck. I think it was a Ford LTL 9000 or something. I don't know what model it was, but it's only a well, it's I'll say two-wheel drive. It's not all-wheel drive. Let's put it that way. And above the little thing, whenever you click on it, it says not suited for off-road use or something. But I was pretty able to. I mean, I delivered, I think, 2 or 3 loads of logs, and you have to use the winch or pull it out of the deep spots. But pretty much everything else, if you're just pretty slow, it'll go through there. If you get the wheels spinning, of course, it's going to get stuck. But if you, of course, the diff lock is always on. But if you, I mean, even in automatic, I wasn't having really much of a problem. If you just kind of go real slow and don't get going, well, don't let your wheels spin is the main thing. But what I also did was I set up the skidder in the game is really cool. It's a really kind of beast of a machine. And so what I did was I set the skidder up as like a rescue vehicle, and I've either got there's a utility attachment that you can either use for garage points, or it holds like, I don't know, 600 repair points or something. And then I didn't put the grapple on the back of the skidder. I just used this I don't know, I guess it's just, well, it's the skidder without the grapples, all I can say really. But there's winches, winch points on the back there, and you can pretty easily tow I mean, I had that Ford LTL semi truck. I had it loaded down with long logs, and it was a pretty good mud hole that it got stuck in, and I was able to, oh, don't do that, don't do it. I was able to take the skidder and oh wow, that's interesting. Anyway, I was able to take the skidder and hook up to it, and with the full load of logs, I pulled it out of the mud hole and towed it up onto the road. And I didn't even use the low gears. I mean, I was just an automatic. So that thing's pretty awesome. That skidder, it's pretty tough. I went through a pretty good mud hole last night with the skidder too, and left it automatic, and it just never stopped. It just kept on going. All right, this thing is ridiculous. I guess I'm just hitting that hill back there. It's the only thing I can think of. It's not even working. Look, it just stops. I may have to switch to a different processor. And then I'm gonna throw my logs everywhere if I keep doing this, because it doesn't want to work right. In fact, I may switch to that other processor after I get all this finished up. I'll sell this one and go to that bolt logging, that Tiger Cat. I guess it's a 870. I can't remember, or 875, something like that. So it's like sometimes it wants to work right, and then other times it doesn't. It could be the way I have the head tilted too. I think sometimes that affects it. Here we go again. Just hope that it doesn't mess up my log pile. See, that is so weird. Alright, let's get that chipped up real quick. Let's see if it'll dump in here. Alright, so we're not going to worry about getting this truck loaded up today. I'd like to, for the last few minutes here, I'm going to switch back over to actually this right here. And because I want to try to get some more of this sold. And the problem I'm going to have is I got to get some more pushed up. So let's hop in the dozer. Yeah, see, I hate the way this thing works, is it creates these little ridges, because you can probably see what happens is whenever you start, the blade catches, and then as the dozer goes down in the ditch, it pops the front end up and it dumps out some of the wood chips, and it leaves a little ridge there. So I've got to try to create a little path in there. I'm just afraid I'm going to get stuck. Oh, that kind of scared me. I was wondering what was going on. Um, I was working yesterday in Streamlabs setting up some alerts to where when I get a new subscriber, it plays a little sound and something pops up on the screen. But that's only when I'm live streaming. But apparently it was still set up for the OBS itself, so a little sound played. So we just got a new subscriber. I'm not sure who that was. But yeah, from now on, whenever I do my live streams, you'll see a little alert that'll pop up and it'll say such and such has subscribed. And I'll play a little sound and some little picture will show up there. Boy, this is not going well at all. It's so hard dozing from this side back. In fact, what I should probably do is start from about there. Oops, that's too much. Jeez, what a mess. I'm probably going to have to use the wheel loader. Yeah, that's just not working out too good. Yeah, this should work out better. Although I still haven't set up my joy to key settings for using the bucket. And I think what I'm going to do first is, now these wood chips are kind of funny. Like I said, the way this works is, if you've got, I mean, this is like where we're sitting on right now. That's as high as you can go. So whenever you dig in there, you know, it'll scoop up some, and then let's see if I can explain this while I'm driving. So if I were to dump the bucket over right now, you see nothing's coming out, but just as soon as you get over an area that's not completely as far as it'll go, see, it'll start dumping it out. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is just start sort of back over here in this corner. And we'll work on getting this corner cleared out. But I've got to make me a good path over here. So we'll try and make us a little road in there. I did play a little bit more on Gold Rush, so if you like watching those videos, there'll be more Gold Rush coming pretty soon. I didn't get around to it on Friday, but I did manage to play some, and I did get enough gold built up to buy the small excavator, so we've got that over at the claim now. And then what I'll do is next video we're going to get the excavator all set up and the mobile wash plant set up, get that going, and then we'll be in business, because that thing will move a lot of dirt in a hurry. But we really need the dozer too, but we started off without the dozer, so we'll be fine until we can get enough money built up to buy the dozer. But that'll be next on the list, is getting the dozer, because we've already got the mobile wash plant and the magnetite trailer, magnetite separator, and the wave table, so it's just a matter of getting the dozer. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a few more wood chips piled up next to the excavator. We're working on this little back corner. Alright, well, just about out of time for today. We got just a little bit of time left to, I'm going to see if I can't get this truck loaded, or at least mostly loaded. And I'm going to have to think about this some more, because I really like to use the dozer, but the problem is if you start dozing down, you're going to create these ridges like right here. The only thing I can think of would be to try to dig out the back and get the dozer down in there, then start pushing the whole thing this way, which I guess would work. It's going to take some effort to do that. But let's see if we can't get this truck at least partly loaded. I just about got a full bucket that time. This thing used to only hold about 7,000 liters, I think. And then FDR bumped it up to 20, looks like, which is nice, because I don't know if it should hold 20,000 liters, but it's an awfully big bucket. but it does make for shorter work of getting the wood chips picked up. This trailer I'm dumping into holds 150,000, so if we get a full 20,000 every time, it's like what, seven loads, 7 to 8 loads, but can't do that every time. It's hard to get a full bucket. I do like this little excavator though. It's nice for picking up wood chips. It probably picks up other stuff too. I haven't really tried, but if you have like a load of gravel or something from the AAA building materials mod, I think it'll pick up that kind of stuff too. Or maybe I have. Maybe on the Timber Trail Canyon I did pick up some of that, I believe. Alright, let me see where we're at here on this truck. Should be close to full. Yeah, about 20 more thousand. I think we're just about out of chips. Maybe I can still reach it from here. Oops. Well, couldn't quite reach it. Started dumping out on me. I didn't think that was full already. Oh, it needed 20,000. Okay, yeah, so one bucket maybe. All right. All right, well, since we're already mostly here, let's just go ahead and sell these wood chips, and then I'll get the truck kind of back in place, and that'll be it for the episode today. And if you like to watch us fill up that, if you're new to the channel and don't know how many, well, I'll just go ahead and give you a hint. Millions of liters of wood chips are in that storage bin. Go back and I got a playlist of all the Dodson logging videos, and you'll see us fill that up. It actually took quite a few videos, and I actually kept count of how many liters of wood chips, millions, millions of liters of wood chips it took to fill this thing up, and you can kind of see that firsthand. But anyway, that's all the time we got for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything shut off, and just for fun, 'cause I know it'll shut off anyway. But hey, and I'm gonna see if I can get this cleared out too. But anyway, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good one.